Hey guys, this week I appear on the Retro Hangover podcast where I talk about the Mega Man Game Boy games. If you want to listen to the episode, either click the link in the description or go to retrohangover.com. Hello, I am the Gray Man and welcome back to Mega Man 6. Alright, moment of truth, we're going to fight Nightman. This is, as I said in the first episode, this is the Robot Master that was designed by the Canadian kid. Daniel Ville, I believe his name was. Although, unfortunately, it looks like, from the story that I looked up, apparently, Capcom misspelled his name in the credits because, he was a kid, and so he didn't write his name very clearly. And so apparently, like, his care package, when he won the Nintendo Power Contest, it actually took a very long time to reach his house. Because, for the simple fact that they had misspelled his name, so it got mixed up in shipping, I guess. And kind of getting back to the game versus some of the heavier topics I was talking about the last episode, like, the design of this game is really, really cool. I like this palace. I really liked Tomahawk Man stage with, like, that, with, like, those Wild West sunsets and stuff like that. Like, that is really good programming for the NES. It, like, it kind of reminds me of some of the stuff that Shovel Knight would kind of replicate down the line. And Shovel Knight was doing that with much better coding. You know, they were doing that with C++, not whatever they were using for this. I swear, as big of a fan as I am of just, like, retro games and classic stuff like this, you'd think I'd be more familiar with how they program these old games. And sadly, I don't. I only know in a general way how it was done. Or kind of modern ways that you would replicate it. Got something useful for me, Eddie? Oh, you do! You're really carrying your weight, Eddie. Thanks a lot. Eddie's bringing his A game in this one. Like, if you kind of want to replicate the NES look, you could either do custom C++ coding like they did with Shovel Knight, or you could just, program your own sprites in a Game Maker. Like, Game Maker really makes it easy to kind of produce 2D games like this. And not that you can't do other more creative stuff, but that is... If you're basically trying to create kind of like a classic-style game, you go to Game Maker. You go to... you get your Undertales, and you get your Hyper Light Drifters, which were all Game Maker games. I am trying to learn Game Maker, because I am interested in seeing if I can get into some level of proper game design. I've been really interested in it for a while. But if I want to do anything fancy, like, I basically have to learn a new coding language. Like, I have to learn XML on top of learning the user interface for a completely new bit of software. So, not saying it's impossible, but it is taking time. And, and that's get kind of difficult the older you get. Just like, I'm an adult, I got responsibilities, I've got a full-time job that I gotta go to. And it just takes up time. Like, I'm trying to do something with a bunch of people right now, and really just our biggest hurdle is just kind of getting everybody together in the same room. Like, you just keep on going, like, I'm free Saturday. So-and-so's not free Saturday. Can we switch it to Sunday? Okay, sure. We switched it to Sunday, but can we make it 7 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock? I got, like, this little thing, Being an adult stinks. Like, kids never grow up. Just growing up, bad idea. I don't know why I ever bothered doing it. Oh, I've been mostly doing this by accident, but... So they switched up how you get the beat parts in this game, where basically there's 2 different paths to get to the boss of the level. There's the one path that will give you the part and another path that won't. So there's basically like a fake robot master in there. And you only have to collect 4. It's with the warrior robot masters, of which Centaur Man is the last one. And I've been doing it in kind of a passive way, because like I said, I'm not too much of a fan of Beat. I think he Beat is a game breaker in kind of the worst possible way, and I think his inclusion was one of the biggest flaws of Mega Man 5, and having just the emphasis on the automatic activate him and win item. But so I'll probably collect him in this one and just kind of show off just like a little bit, but don't be surprised if I kind of just go like, just, we don't really need that. This part is making me trip balls right now. Just it went away. And it took me a little. By the way, it took me a little while to kind of figure out what was going on here, because you get Centaur Man, where you think that would be kind of just like inspired by Greek mythology, and that would include a bunch of crazy shit. Eddie, you're just giving me super useful things today. Thank you. And I thought, why did they give us the water level? And then I realized, look at the columns. It's supposed to be Atlantis. Like, I can't believe I didn't put that together. And lo, we went to the land of Atlantis with the magician and however else that Donovan song goes. Oh, what legends they were. Going to head down to the water. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to. Oh, that makes me think. So, like most people, I was really annoyed with the recent Super Bowl. Even before the game started, because the NFL had decided to go with Maroon 5 as their halftime performance, and I've just like psychotically hated Maroon 5 for like a good decade, and we just kept on bemoaning all the things we could have gotten instead of Maroon 5. And for a brief period, I thought that they were possibly going to get Cardi B to perform, because Cardi B had a big single with Maroon 5 last year. And just kind of like Trojan horse her way in there. Trojan horse, speaking of which. But then she decided, not to perform because of problems with the NFL. Tried to stop me and you couldn't do it. And so me and my friends were kind of thinking, like, what would be, like, a better halftime show? And I thought, what would have been super killer if you were, because the Super Bowl was kind of set in Atlanta, there were so many other Atlanta artists you could have gotten. You could have gotten Usher, Outkast, Migos, Childish Gambino. And I thought, what if you did something crazy, like you reunite TLC, and then you get Cardi B to kind of step in for Left Eye Lopez? Like, I remember that Bruno Mars song. I got all the beat pieces. Cool. That Bruno Mars song, Finesse. I infinitely like the Cardi B version better, because that whole song is supposed to be like a pastiche of 90s New Jack Swing. And then you just get Cardi B in there, and she just like killed it doing like a 90s style rap. Like, I thought she reminds me of Left Eye Lopez. And so, I don't know, if TLC wanted to sub someone in for Left Eye during like the reunion tour or something, I think Cardi B is the way to go. But I'm just speculating. I do think about pop music a lot, not just because I'm a music fan, but I can't really talk about it in too much detail, unfortunately, because it does kind of fall under the quality assurance banner. And quality assurance, just like, is it's always just like such a paranoid industry. When I did gameplay testing, like, we couldn't use our phones on the floor. We had to sign non-disclosure agreements. But basically, my job right now involves popular music. That's all I will say. And one thing you learn when your job involves popular music is you realize how much, like, mediocre and forgettable music comes out on a regular basis. Like, guaranteed, like, 90% of the stuff that I encounter just falls out of my brain the instant that I stop listening to it. And so the stuff that actually is kind of like weird and quirky and just kind of like, just kind of out there, just like becomes like a shot of adrenaline. You're just like, holy shit, like a song I'll actually remember. It kind of ties back to what I was talking about in the finale of Mega Man 5. Because I didn't have anything to talk about with the game there. Where either something great or something awful will stick in your brain more than something that's kind of like mediocre. And so mediocrity is kind of just like the biggest sin that you can kind of create, or the sin that you can commit, sorry. Say what you will about, I've heard some people kind of call the Fast and the Furious movies, like, ridiculous, but I kind of go, like, as ridiculous as they are, I will, remember, like, a car going through a building and then going through another building and then just going through another, or I'll remember, just like, fucking Vin Diesel trying to take on a giant submarine or something like that. Like, it's stupid, but I'll remember it, like, so they at least, got that far. What is this even gonna do right here? I forget what this weapon does. Let's find out. Oh, I see. It's the automatic, just like, hit it and I win it button. Okay, great. What? Something just happened outside my window. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't think that got picked up by the microphone, but that's neither here nor there. When I replay the Robot Masters, I'm gonna have to test out it to see if Windman has another weakness, because the Centaur Flash was just kind of like, just whatever. But I'm gonna call this episode here, so thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And next episode, we'll be taking on not Wily. He's totally not Dr. Wily. Why would you think he was Dr. Wily? That's just completely ridiculous.